I'm curious about something. How many of you have done the work right? Like you've read the books, listened to podcasts, gone to therapy, tried the affirmations, the whole thing, and you still feel like something is off. And it's not that you're broken, it's that nobody's been looking in the right place. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly where to look. And more importantly, what you are actually looking for. I work with women all the time, smart women, successful women, women who figured out how to build businesses, lead teams, crush their goals. And you know what they tell me? Rosalind, I'm living the life I thought I wanted, and I have no idea who I am. Or, I feel like I'm watching someone else's live my life. And here's what I've realized. It's not about doing more work or on yourself. It's not about another strategy or another tool. It's that your nervous system has been running on a program that was designed when you were like 5 years old. And that program, it worked. It got you here, but it was never supposed to run your whole life. Your body knows that, even if your brain hasn't caught up yet. Here's what's critical to understand. These patterns aren't character flaws. They're learned behaviors. And here's the part that nobody tells you. They were learned before you learned how to speak. This is why your rational mind holds almost zero power over changing them, because your rational mind isn't speaking the language of your subconscious. Your subconscious speaks in feelings. When you were young, before logic existed, your nervous system learned what felt safe. Maybe it learned that safety came from control, or from taking care of everyone else, or from being perfect, or from shutting down emotionally. Your brain has been loyal to that lesson ever since. But here's the problem. That mode got you accomplishments. It can't give you fulfillment, because fulfillment requires feeling safe enough to actually receive what you've worked for. And no amount of mindset, work, journaling, or therapy talk changes that until you meet your subconscious in the language it actually understands, which is feeling. This is what most advice misses. And there are patterns that form. The first patterns, the controller. This is someone who has a plan for everything, not just plan A and plan B, all the way through Z. Here's what you might not realize. Underneath this is a feeling. Chaos felt dangerous. Betrayal felt real. So your body made a decision early. I will never feel that vulnerable again. I'm going to control it all. And it worked. You got promoted. You hit your goals. Your body kept you safe. But here's what you feel now. Because of your over-involvement, the weight you carry is extremely heavy. Everything falls on your shoulders. You're exhausted, stressed, constantly bracing for something to go wrong. Why? Because deep down you still feel that old danger. The truth, you can control the world. You can only control yourself. And the moment you let your nervous system feel safe without control, you get your freedom back and you get your life back. The second pattern, the people pleaser. You show up, you care deeply, you pour yourself into every relationship. But ask yourself, how often do you pour into the relationship with yourself? What's happening underneath, it's a feeling. Subconsciously, you're living in the body sensation of, if I do enough, if I care enough, show up enough, then I'll finally belong. Then I won't be abandoned. That wound is real. The feeling of rejection, abandonment, it lives in your nervous system. It's been there since early. So now, most of your relationships feel depleted instead of fulfilling because you're nurturing every relationship but one. And your nervous system knows. Here's what you need to feel instead. You cannot earn belonging through exhaustion. That's what your body has been trying to tell you. You already belong. When you let yourself feel that truth in your body, the real relationship begins. The third pattern, the perfectionist. You excel at everything. Your life looks flawless and nobody even knows you're suffering. What's underneath? Shame. deep, quiet, felt shame. Your nervous system feels like you're not enough as you are, so it keeps driving you to prove it through perfection. That's not a thought, that's a felt memory. A message your body learned early and has been loyal to ever since. So you don't just drive yourself to exhaustion. You feel disappointed in everyone around you because your nervous system is still chasing something perfection can never deliver. Here's the hard part. You can't out-achieve a feeling. You can't perfect away shame because shame doesn't live in your thoughts. It lives in your body. What actually shifts it? You have to feel something different. You have to let your nervous system know through your body, through your presence, through wholeness, that you were always enough. The fourth pattern, the invisible one. You look composed, you look fine, you look like you have it together. But deep down, you feel emotionally disconnected, apathetic, like you're watching your own life behind a glass. Here's why. Somewhere early, vulnerability didn't feel safe. Emotions didn't feel safe. So your nervous system shut down. And that shutdown felt like strength, like protection. But it also means you can't feel joy, connection, peace. You can accomplish anything and everything, but feel nothing. The wall was real protection. Your nervous system was helping you survive. But here's what I want you to know. You don't need that protection anymore. And reconnecting to your emotions isn't weakness. It's your nervous system beginning to feel safe again. It's coming home to yourself. So you recognize one of these patterns, maybe all four. And here's what most people do. They recognize the pattern, feel good for a minute, and then nothing changes. You know why? Because knowing what the pattern is doesn't rewire your nervous system. But here's what changes everything. The moment you feel something different, the moment your body experiences a different way of being, that's when real change happens. Not from the outside in, from the inside out, from felt to lived. This is why most advice doesn't work. Most articles, podcasts, courses, they're giving you information, but they're not changing what your nervous system feels as true. And until you shift that, until you teach your body something different, you'll keep returning to the same patterns. That's the difference. That's what actually works. Here's what I want you to do. First, identify which pattern is yours. You already know. Second, ask yourself this question. What would I rather feel instead? Not what should you do. What would you rather feel? Because once you know the feeling you're after, your nervous system has something to work toward. Your behaviors align, your choices align, your whole life starts to shift. Not from willpower, but from your body learning something new. And if you want help to feel your way through this, if you want to understand exactly which pattern is running your life and what specific next step is, I offer a free clarity call. We won't just talk about what's wrong. We'll work on shifting what your nervous system actually feels as true. Click the link below to book it. No pressure, just a real conversation about what's possible for you. One more thing. Everything you've heard before about this probably didn't change anything because it didn't touch the feeling. This is different because it goes to the root where the feeling lives. If this resonated, please like and subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear that knowing isn't the same as changing. They need to feel. I'll see you the next time.